Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And of course, we're back with a bang. I literally just had this thought and this urge, and I was like, how about I just talk about safeguarding our future and enjoying our youth at the same time? Well, there is a balance between these two, and sometimes we misinterpret these two concepts by saying that we can enjoy our future, we can enjoy our youth by destroying our future. Some of the things that we do, they can destroy our future, but we do them unintentionally and unconsciously. So that is why I decided to just speak about the balance between enjoying our youth and safeguarding for our future. Disclaimer: this video is not made to criticize, to judge, or to tell you how to live your life, but rather to be a guidance and a way for you to see the difference. I am not here, guys, to judge you or to criticize you, because we are all people at the end of the day. We will make mistakes. We are bound to make mistakes. But the most important thing, and the thing that we have to focus on, is how we bounce back from that mistake. It is about how we choose to let that mistake change us. So that's why I decided to make this video as a guidance, like a teacher's book that will mark your question paper. Not that I'm saying that these tips or everything that I will say will help you completely and help you to not make the mistakes. It's just a guidance and a motivation to show you that sometimes you may feel like you were different, but you were on the right path. And sometimes you may feel like you're doing something wrong, but you actually can go back to the right path. Youth is a time of enjoyment. Youth is a time of excitement. Youth is where we actually gain new relationships, new healthy connections, we learn new experiences, we change, we develop, we mature. Youth time is actually a prime. It's actually the prime years that we are given on a silver platter, especially in this generation. It's so easy to receive opportunities. All we have to do is to take the courage and continue. Enjoying your youth is very, very essential, especially since that I've stated that you are in your prime. We have to learn. In order for us to learn, we have to experience things. We are not able to learn by just reading books or anything, but rather we experience more, we learn more through experiences and risks. Now that I have stated that enjoying your youth is about taking risks and learning through experiences, we have to learn the different types of experiences and risks that we should take and how they actually will affect us. Doing some different experiments in our lives is very essential. It helps us to gain much more knowledge in life, to be much more wiser, more intelligent, to be more fulfilled, to live a purposeful life. Once we feel fulfilled, we actually feel much more happy and content and at peace. I have come across so many teenagers that actually have fun in a different way that's different from me too, but that is how I learned that, okay, so there are different ways to actually enjoy your youth without even destroying it. Some people actually have fun with sort of, doing things that will lead to negative consequences. We have to learn that we have to take responsibility for our own actions. I know sometimes there and there, our family failed us, there and there, our parents failed us, then they have done mistakes, but hey, they are also people. They live in life for the first time just as much as we are. They are learning through experiences and experiments. So we also should understand that some of the actions that we do, we should take responsibility. And what I mean by that is we should have that sense of maturity and say that, okay, I have experienced this certain type of pain, but how do I let this pain mold me? Do I rather let it break me or do I let it build me? Pain changes people for the better and for the worse. You have to choose how do you want it to change you. The ball is in your court. While we do enjoy our youth, we should recognize that there is a delicate balance between safeguarding our future and enjoying our youth. Enjoying your youth can be finding new friends, it can be reading new books, learning new things, cooking, just all those sorts of things that will actually build you to become a better person. When we do things, we should do them with purpose. When I exercise with purpose. When I read books, I read with purpose. When I talk to people, to certain people, I talk with purpose. Whatever that we do in life should be purposeful. Just as much as we may feel sometimes as though that we are useless or that we do not have any purpose in life, we do. We all have a purpose in life. It just takes you to take time to assess yourself, to see the type of a person you are, to do self-introspection and know that your life has a purpose. And when you want to see if your life actually has a purpose, you have to experiment. You do not know if you can speak in public, so you have to experiment. You do not know if that person can be your best friend for life. You have to talk to that person. So whatever that we do should be done with an experiment. But whatever experiment that we do should come with a purpose. Just as much as when we do experiments at school, we have a hypothesis. You have to do a hypothesis of every single action that you do. For example, when I'm about to go up and talk to a certain person, I have a hypothesis of the conversation that we have. Either it will be successful or not. Either it will be fulfilling or not. But either way, I will not know if I do not do the actual experiment. Because sometimes it can be proven that my hypothesis was wrong. Do that mistake and take that lesson that you have done, take that lesson that you have received, take that lesson and let it build you. I think that sometimes we tend to blame people for the mistakes that have happened in our lives. I know that some of us come from different backgrounds. I know some of us have had a tough childhood. But let me tell you and let me remind you, that does not define who you are, and that does not have to define who you will be. While some of the things that you have done have led you to doing things that you do not like in the present moment, that you actually see that they are damaging your future and you cannot stop it because you are dwelling on the pain. In order for you to enjoy your youth, which is your present, you need to exist in the present moment. Do not exist in the past and do not rather dwell in the future. Live in your present moment. Look at how this thing will benefit you now. Look at how it will raise you now. Look at your present moment, for it is given only once. It is called the present because it is a gift. You have to take responsibility for every single action and inactions that we do. Guys, we are at a certain level and age where we have a little bit of maturity, and we actually can differentiate between what is right and what is wrong. When we were kids, we were taught what is right and what is wrong. We were taught that lying was wrong and that telling the truth was right. We were taught that stealing was wrong and that we should ask, and that is right. As we grew up older and older and older, we got to experience certain things. And now we actually have a sense of maturity because of those experiences. And we can differentiate between what is right and what is wrong. Youth is a time of exploration, discovery, and making new memories. Yet in the midst of this exhilarating journey, we must be mindful of the decisions that we make and how they affect our future. Enjoying your youth is very essential. Travel, meet new people, read new books, socialize, travel the world, do whatever that you like. I know I repeated those, but do whatever that you like. But have a purpose behind every single action that you do. These memories will provide forever joy and happiness. Once you look at it, you will feel that nostalgia, you will feel grateful for the life that you have lived, and they will make you a better person, build you, make you a person of your dreams. However, we must also recognize that there are certain activities that we do that will possibly affect us negatively in life and in the future. Think of your future as a garden. Every decision that you make plants a seed, but every bad decision that you make, they may plant some weeds. But remember that we can pull out those weeds. How? By nurturing and caring for your garden. If you want to care for your garden, that comes with taking responsibility. You cannot say to your mom, the seeds that you have planted, your mom caused those seeds to be planted. Some of the things that we have to do by ourselves. Okay, fine, that mistake happened, but what are you willing to do to change that? Are you willing to change it? Do you want to break or do you want to be built up? It is a decision that lies within your hand. Remember that your youth is a foundation for your future. Every single decision that you take builds, and builds. And it turns out to become an outcome that you may expect or not expect. The habits that you make, the skills that you learn, the education that you tend to, every single thing that you do, it comes with responsibility and they have an impact on your future. Balancing joy and responsibility does not mean that you are not allowed to have fun, or you will not have fun, or you're acting like a grandma, or you're an old soul. No, it actually shows that you have fun with purpose and you respect yourself. You have values and morals. You know why you are in this world and you know what you want to do. When you can differentiate between taking responsibility and actually crushing your future, rather than saying that all of that is fun, it shows that you're responsible, you are mature, and you are able to differentiate what is right and what is wrong. It means that you are aware of the long-term actions that will have an impact in your life. It shows that every decision that you make, you are aware of it and that you have full confidence and trust in yourself. Pursue your passions. Also, dedicate yourself to your education. Water the seeds that will actually sprout into beautiful flowers in the future. At this point, I actually did not even feel like filming this video, but I forced myself because I want to have discipline. I want to have that sense of responsibility and confidence in myself that I do not have to be pushed, depending on how I feel. I water the seeds that I know will sprout into beautiful flowers in the future. Remember that, guys, we're still growing and we're still learning. We are gonna do mistakes. We are bound to do mistakes. But it's up to you whether you want to let that mistake build you or break you. Some mistakes, we actually do have power over them. Remember, like I said in my past videos, we have things that we can control and things we can't control. Some things are beyond our control, but what is in your control is how you react to situations, is the decisions that you make, is the way that you want to live your life. At the end of the day, your parents right now, they're nurturing you, they're growing you, they're watering you, they're caring for you, they're turning you into a beautiful flower. But one day, you're gonna have to be independent and you're gonna have to strive for yourself. Nobody's gonna be there to come and push you and tell you that you have to do this, you have to do that. No, that's wrong. Yes, that's right. You have to be able to mature yourself. You can enjoy your youth, guys. You do not have to do illegal things in order for you to enjoy your youth. When I say that we have to surround ourselves with certain circle, I mean it, guys. It's very, very important because most of the things that are done is because of peer pressure. Peer pressure has been at its highest stake. And I can see and I witness people falling under peer pressure. People who are actually thought were resistible in peer pressure. And that's when I learned that sometimes you do not only have to learn through your own experiences, but rather from other people's mistakes. You need to learn to observe other people's mistakes. How did they fall into that trap? Okay, sometimes that very same mistake won't happen to you, but you can see how the person was able to fall under peer pressure because of the friends that they were with. Surround yourself with people who are actually higher than you, people who do greater than you. Instead of you envying them, let them be a motivation for you to do your best. But remember that in order for you to be surrounded by those type of people, be that person. Be the person who acts like a bigger person. Be the person who's smart, who's intelligent, who loves having open-minded conversations. Like I say, it is actually very hard at this point for like most of us, I guess, to surround ourselves with certain people. Why? Because especially me, I'm in school, and I'm sure you're also in school. And when we're in school, we are paired up, just mixed up, and you are, I think, unintentionally forced to befriend those people in your class because you cannot be sitting in that corner being reserved. Unless you love it and it makes you happy, sure, do that. But if you want to learn and grow and expand your comfort zone, then you gotta talk to those people. But when you talk to them, assess what type of people are they, assess their aspirations, assess the goals they have, assess their purposes and their intentions in every single action they take. There is the saying that says, misery likes company. Do not think that because someone is smoking, I guess I'll take an example of that. Don't think because your friend is smoking and they tell you to smoke, and when you say no, you're gonna look uncool. You have to be awed to be number one. That's the rule, and it will forever be the rule. You have to be awed in order for you to be number one. I know it's very hard to be picked on and to be told that you are different and da 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 da. But remember that every single comment a person says, every single remark does not reflect the type of a person you are. That's what I tell myself every single day, that if someone tells me that, okay, you're making yourself better, then that means the person is actually intimidated by me. That shows me that the habits that I enforce myself to, the more that I invest in myself to grow, then people actually see that. And when they make a remark of saying you love acting better or you make yourself better than me, then that means that person is number one intimidated by me. And according to their insecurities, I make them insecure. So always remember that a remark that person makes is not about you, but rather about their beliefs and insecurities and whatever that they're suffering with. Enjoying your youth and safeguarding for your future. When we enjoy our youth, at the same time, safeguarding for our future is like a linking topic. It links and correlates so well. Right now, I love reading books. I'm a reader. I download books, and I just got my first book, guys. My first hard copy book. I used to read online, but now I got my first hard copy book, and that I'm very happy and grateful for. The more that I read, the more that I feed on my knowledge, the more I make an impact and a change on myself. I know in the future, I will take these tools that I have invested right now, and they will work for me for the best. People actually ask me, why do you read about communication and da 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 da? And I'm like, because I enjoy it. But deep down, I know that my intentions are deeper than that. It's about expanding my knowledge. It's about assessing what people say and how it can affect me. It's about also learning to make conversation rather to avoid small talk, because I do not love, hey, hi, how are you, I'm good on you, and that's it. Like, no. So the more that you feed yourself on how to talk, and then you're like, oh, then one day you're actually gonna be in a meeting or you're gonna have a proposal to make, and you can use that information that you learned and it will benefit you in the future. The Atomic Habits law states that 1% difference, or 0.1%, I'm not sure, I forgot, but it makes a huge impact rather than doing nothing every single day. You do not have to be harsh on yourself in order for you to safeguard for your future or anything else. Yes, enjoy your present moment. Do things that one day when you look back and say, I lived a great life. Enjoy your youth now, but do not enjoy it in a sense of way where you look back at it and you regret every single thing that you did, and you want to turn back time and do all those things. We see people who actually want their youth back, but they can't because they did certain decisions that they did not want to do, decisions that they actually regret. Learn from those people. But at the same time, I say to those people, do not think it's the end of the world. You still have a lot to do. You still have a lot ahead. You still can do more than you can imagine. The only limit is yourself, your thoughts. The sky is not even a limit, for you can go beyond that. Once you do a mistake, always remember that there is a valuable lesson learned, and God actually plants that problem or obstacle in your life to actually teach you a valuable lesson that will grow you in the future. Tips on how to enjoy your youth. Just like I said, you can socialize with people. It's fun. It's very fun to socialize. Guys, I have this crazy group friend, and all of my friends, we actually just so mature but yet so immature. Once we have a deep conversation, we have a very broad-minded conversation. Those people, they ask questions. We ask. We like philosophers. We are so curious about the world around us and how we actually can make an impact in it. And that is great. At the same time, we love doing silly things. We love taking silly videos for us to look back at and say that we actually enjoyed our youth. We enjoy it not by insulting our elders. We enjoy it not by doing illegal things. We enjoy it by not disobeying our parents, but rather joking around, laughing, and talking about silly things at times. Enjoying your youth and with your friends, they just go hand in hand. You can also enjoy your youth by exercising every single morning, going outside for the fresh sun. I see my grandmother every single day, and I'm like, she basically does not have a huge amount of energy that I have. And I can see she be looking at me and she's like, this girl got so much energy. I'd be dancing there, hopping around, screaming, doing whatever, being loud. And I realized something, that I am given such a great privilege to do so much at my age. And when I look at my grandma, I'm like, she's not that active. And that gives me a sign that I need to enjoy my present moment and not worry about what happened in the past, but rather to move on from it, to forgive myself for whatever that happened, to forgive the people who have hurt me, and to say, God, that was a valuable lesson. Thank you for it, and I will take it into the future. Once you learn to safeguard your future, it means that you learn to take responsibility. Learning to enjoy your youth responsibly does not come with an age. You are never too young nor too old to do certain things. I was having this conversation with my auntie the other time. It basically correlates with this topic. We were talking about the effects, on things, that decisions that I can take and everything. And she was talking about, yes, you may make it to your goals, but you did not make it how you want to. You did not make it the time that you wanted to. You did not make it the way it was supposed to be. Yes, I will never be able to control the outcome, but at some certain point, when I do decisions now, I need to think for my future. I need to think that, okay, so if I really decide to, for example, let's say when I decide to actually befriend someone, I look at the person and I'm like, okay, she's common sense good, okay, this person's like that. They tick off all my boxes of the friends that I want now. And it's not being hard on myself, but rather, look, I found the people, my people, that I actually relate to and they relate to. It's very important to foster and nurture a great youth in order for you to feel fulfilled and to live a greater future. Remember, your youth is your foundation for your future. Whatever decision that you make now, whatever that you do, always remember that you have to take responsibility for your actions and inactions. Being given a sense of maturity at some point, that we can differentiate what is right and what is wrong. I repeat, we need to learn that some certain things that we do, they're just out of order. They're just out of order. Do not think to yourself, I'm young, I'll fix it in the future. I see people that think like that. They're like, I tell them like, why do you do that? And they're like, I'll fix it in the future, don't worry. When I grow up, I'll be a changed person. For example, doing drugs. Drugs are addictive, guys, if you didn't know. They are addictive and they can stay in your blood. And if you think that you will be able to stop, yes, at some certain point you will be able to stop. But there are side effects, negative side effects that come along with that. And I urge you right now to turn away from all of those bad habits that you do. It's never too late to turn back. It's never too late to go back on the right path. Always remember that nothing is a race in this world. Like right now, I am learning to actually manage time, be on my routine consistently, and all of those things. At the same time, I make them fun. I have fun with responsibilities. I play around them. I play some music. I read the Bible. I drink coffee. I change my bedroom however I want to. I fix my closet. I just have fun in a different way. And I'm not saying the fun that I have is the fun that we should all have. We have fun in different ways, and I have learned that. But every single decision that you take, every single fun that you consider, you should look at it and evaluate if it will benefit you or not. Your life is a garden. It's either you plant seeds that will sprout into beautiful flowers in the future, or you plant weeds that will be very hard for you to remove. It's better to have a bunch of flowers and a few weeds rather than having a bunch of weeds and a few flowers. Let's be very cautious of the things that we do. Let's not consider disrespect as having fun in your future. Let's not consider doing bad habits as having fun with your amateur youth. Yes, let's not consider that, because I think that we are misinterpreting having fun, guys. And I just want you to look at this video and to think to yourself that, oh, so this is a guidance and not a critique. I am trying to lead you in a proper way because I believe that we all can make it. Remember that we are our future leaders. We are the future parents of this world. And one day, our kids will also depend on us for advices. And how will we lead them if we do not have something to teach them about? We need to be and set an example to our younger siblings. Even if you do not have younger siblings, say that you're setting an example to someone out there who looks up to you. Someone actually considers you as a role model. So show them that there are good people in this world and there is a good way to live your life. If you're in a lost generation, you still can be found. You still can find people. So my message to you today is simple. Embrace your youth while you strive for having a better future. Every single decision that you make, let it be and have a purpose. Let it have a benefit for you. Some mistakes we will do them intentionally and unintentionally, but always bear in mind that you can go into the right track. And in the right track, be able and learn that you're going to have to be responsible, independent, and mature. Let it be that when you take responsibility and when you have fun, doesn't mean that it's going to be boring. It means that you are ambitious. It means that you pursue your passions. It means that you mold yourself into becoming the better version and into becoming your higher self. You are setting an example. And always remember that we are becoming the best we can ever be. And if you want more advices, we can come back with more. XOXO. Love y'all.